Hello, hello. My name is Callista and welcome back to Pillars of Eternity. In the last episode, we made our way into the North Ward under Brackenbury Sanitorium and we were peering into Usgrim's soul. However, this isn't Usgrim's soul. This is the individual who set us on this path all that time ago. You are yanked suddenly back to reality, and the once catatonic boy in the cell is looking directly at you, appraising, calculating. There is no mistaking now that it is the soul of the man who caused your awakening that gazes out from that borrowed husk. A watcher. You made me into a watcher. I need you to undo it. I believe we share a common past. I'm just looking for some answers. Not just a watcher. Someone who'll break those frail little legs of yours if you don't do exactly what I tell you. Aggressive. I've been saying since the beginning. What Ximena wants. You made me into a watcher. I need you to undo it. Is that so? He makes no effort to hide his disinterest, but he continues to search your eyes. He makes a slight grunting noise, and his eyes soften for an instant, and it seems, for that moment, that he recognizes you. He opens his mouth to speak, then seems to think better of what he was about to say. His jaw tightens. I know your look. You hunger. Hunger for answers that elude you. It gnaws at your soul. It usurps your reason for being. You are like everyone. I will help you let go. He dodges backwards with a startling grace, putting himself out of reach. On his face there is no malice, only the dispassion of a farmer putting down a sick animal. Then suddenly he slumps forwards. Oh no! What do you mean, quest completed? What do you mean, quest completed? I don't... No. No.
Yeah?
These poor people. Yeah, there's Idleman. These... I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Yeah, there's Patixa. Okay, everyone on you. Girl.
Yeah?
You go after them. Oh, I'm sorry, Bram. I am so sorry. This is not... I didn't want this. I did not want this. Oh God. Oh, I'm so sorry. I am gonna loot them because I'm an arsehole like that. This is... Oh no.
Yeah?
It's like a repeat of the low tide. These people were innocent.
I'll take a peek.
The chains groan with added weight. Crescent bites mark the pits at the edges of the cot. The bucket reeks of offal. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. This wasn't... I did not intend this. I didn't intend this. This isn't... Those screams. This is just more trauma. More trauma for my dearest Ximena. I'm so sorry, darling. I feel so guilty. I feel so guilty. These people came here for help. And yes, they attacked us first, but That doesn't make it any less painful. That doesn't make me hurt any less. Okay, yeah, no, doesn't appear like there's anything hidden away. Oh, fuck. Yeah, they've all gone. They've all gone.
That's it.
Yeah, we're gonna have to kill everyone. Okay, you guys go after them. And if you could help us out.
That's it.
Oh, God,
Sure.
Oh, and the wicks are loose. Excellent.
And that's how it's done.
Okay, just everyone go. Everyone. I mean, they're wicked, so it's not like... It's not like they're all that tough to deal with. This is...
Sure.
Is that Fayroll? Oh, she'd seem nice.
And that's how it's done.
If that's Fayroll, it's just a random corpse. Maybe she got out. I'm gonna hope that she got out.
You lesson.
That's it.
I mean, the door was open. Maybe she heard the screamings and managed to dart away to freedom. This is... everyone. Everyone. Just go.
Show them how it's done.
There we go. Okay, don't mind if I do. Don't mind if I do. There's anything? No, doesn't look like anything's changed yet. Okay, let's... I need to loot everything. I'm sorry. I can't not loot.
Be cautious. Be constant.
Why were you keeping the wicks in this little, like, stock room? That doesn't seem all that ethical. Okay, he seemed like a bit of a prick, but let's just go check that Azo is safe, and then we can make our way out. God, hopefully they didn't decide to kill everyone in the Sanitorium. That would be... Yeah, I'm gonna hope. Yeah, you're still alive. What have you done? You've been experimenting on patients against their wills, mangling their souls. I have witnessed it with my own eyes. I don't have time for this. Leave. This unwilling participants, fair. If they can consent, if they are capable of consenting, then fair. These people didn't consent to this. You've been experimenting on patients against their wills, mangling their souls. I have witnessed it with my own eyes. Azo's face drains of what little colour it had. How could you possibly... Look, it had to be done. Ethelmore and the others, they took everything from me. Everything when I was this close. I had to know. Had to know where I failed and why. Imagine the value if I succeeded. I had something that could make all these hollow infants into something like a real person. And with a few more patrons and a few years of research, who knows? No one has come that close with the legacy. It's why I have to continue, why I have to risk everything here working in secret. It's why you have to lie to Ethelmore for me. Tell him you've cleared me of all suspicion. We'll see. If it means a chance at stopping the legacy, then you have my silence. I'm going to expose you for what you are. Attack. I'd rather you face just... I don't know. We'll see.
I trust that you'll do what's right for Deerwood. Don't hold everyone accountable for my mistakes.
Sagani frowns, shifting her weight. This is why I prefer the hunt. Kill or be killed is an easy decision. Yeah. Farewell. Bugger. Bugger. I mean... This is... Yeah, she's wandered off. Yeah, I would assume everyone has probably fled. Oh no, you're still here. Oh, hello. I'm getting out of here. It's not safe anymore. Valid. Yeah, they've legged it. Madmen on the streets. God, what's that line? I'm thinking from Sweeney Todd. The actual stage musical, not the one with Johnny Depp, because they caught this song. It's called City on Fire. City on Fire, and there's rats in the street, and there's madmen howling at the moon. Something like that. Oop. Ethelmore. What the blazes happened down there? You were given permission to ask questions. I had things under control until I killed the Leaden Key spy, at which point he possessed a flesh construct. It's complicated. A patient of yours, Uskrim, was working for the Leaden Key, only without knowing it. Azo was being influenced by a patient, but that patient really wasn't himself at the time. I'm drawn to this, because this, oh, I killed the Leaden Key spy. Well, that could have upset people, and that would cause the constructs to go off. Whereas this is like, it wasn't on us. It wasn't on us. I'm torn here. Because Azo was doing something horrific. But he might have been really close. That's the issue. Now that he's not being fucked with by the Leaden Key, he might actually be really close. I mean, let's focus on Uskrim for right now. It's complicated. A patient of yours, Uskrim, was working for the Leaden Key, only without knowing it. You finish your explanation and Ethelmore breaks his silence. I have read accounts of people in history who could do what you describe. The accounts are few and brief and never reliable. Some go as far as to suggest that they were all the same person. If truly such person were here among us, plotting our ruin, would that I had a body again and could be of some real use in our time of need. I fear what the future may hold for this place. I am grateful you were able to dispatch the threat before there was loss of innocent life. We very nearly had another scandal on our hands. What of Azo? What part did his experiment play in this catastrophe? Oh. Azo was only trying to help the patients. The Leaden Key took advantage of him. The Leaden Key would have found a way to interfere with the Sanitarium even without Azo. If I hadn't come along, Azo's experiments would have eventually resulted in another scandal. Here's the thing, not if he succeeded. If he succeeded, no one would give a shit. I'm drawn to a middle option. Because it doesn't seem like Azo would have experimented had his original experiment not gone awry. And it seems like he may have been close. The reason why he's doing this now is because the Leaden Key fucked with him and he's trying to course correct and he's going horrifically about that. Ximena, I don't think Ximena would have any issues with these experiments if they were being performed on willing participants. That's the thing. It's the fact that they're not willing. They don't want to comply. If they were like, yeah, sure, whatever, fair play. Fair play. They've consented to this. Assuming they could make an informed decision to consent. Assuming that, they've consented. I think I'm umming and ahhing between 2 and 3. I'm umming and ahhing between 2 and 3. She doesn't. I think she doesn't necessarily have an issue with his experiments. She has an issue with who he's experimenting on. I think I'm gonna go with 2. Because to be honest, that is I do think the Leaden Key would have been fucking with things. But then again, would they? They were here because he was fucking about with them, trying to put souls in the Hollowborn. Then again, I think most people here are going to be focusing on that at some point. It's like the thing with the Wicts. This is a constant problem. People are constantly going to be trying to come up with solutions. So yeah, I don't think it was anything personal to Azo. It was just, oh, you're getting close. We've got to fuck with you. I think I'm drawn to this one. The Leaden Key would have found a way to interfere with the Sanitorium, even without the Azo. Aha. Yep. Okay. Your half answer suggests a bias, but it also suggests it's as close to the truth as I'll get for you. Cadman will remain here, but he will be monitored, and under no circumstances will he have access to any equipment. Okay, there we go. I'll take that. I'll take that as an answer, I think. You know, it's a half measure. He's not going to be turned out. I'm tempted to go and see what he has to say about this. I want to know if he's going to bitch at us. Because we technically didn't throw him under the bus. I think he can research. Research isn't the problem. He can research, but he's not going to be able to experiment. And I think that is a good middle ground, in my opinion. Oh, those screams. Those screams, goddamn. Yeah, you are still there. It'll be some time before things calm down here. Yeah. Yes, it will. I mean, he seems content with that. He seems content. He can research, but he just won't be allowed to do anything to the patients. And as I've said before, Ximena doesn't have anything against animancy research. She thinks it's a benefit, generally speaking. So yeah. Yeah, I am content with that. Okay, and on that note, all we have left is the Hermit of Hadrat House. That's the only main quest we have left. And it's also where a deer wants to go. I'm thinking, yeah, you've got 7 days. You've got 7 days, so let's go see what she wants. Especially, I mean, she's right next door. She's literally right next door. Knock, knock. We have arrived. Oh. Hi. As you near the apparition, you are overcome suddenly by a powerful anxiety that sits like a stone in your stomach. The feeling is not quite real, the recollection of an emotion rather than the emotion itself. It wrenches your insides nevertheless. The apparition's brow is tensed, a look of concern playing across its face.
The other missionaries say you have been neglectful of your duties.
this is us from before. The fuck voice was I doing? Because I gave her a different voice. I think I was just kind of going for something quite soft. Sort of, BBC pronunciation and all of that. Yes, I remember someone that Ximena would have taken advantage of. I like that. In a past life, she was maybe prone to falling in with what is more than likely a cult, and then a few generations later, her soul has said, never again. Absolutely not. I am the wolf. I get the feeling this is someone who trusts implicitly. And so I think they'd be honest. My mind has been elsewhere.
Oh? And what troubles you?
The apparition raises its eyebrows. The pain in your stomach deepens, and you feel for a moment as though you are about to be sick. Your mouth has gone dry. Forgive me, Eminence. I wish to leave the order. The man folds his fingers together and presses them to his mouth, thoughtful.
You have been an apt student, and your convictions have inspired those around you. May I ask what has changed to make you feel this way?
The people we intended to convert. They committed unspeakable acts, sacrifices, mutilations. My family has not taken my new faith well. They no longer speak to me. I've done something unforgivable. We were attacked on my last mission. Oh. I'm drawn to number 2. Again, I like this as a juxtaposition to Ximena. Ximena, who dipped, like, oh, my family aren't treating me in the way I think I deserve to be treated. They're not cutting me in as big a share of the profits, even though I'm the one bringing all those profits in. Fuck them. I'm out. I'm never speaking to them again. Maybe in the past she was very reliant on her family. She loved her family a great deal. The idea of not speaking to her family is, unthinkable. Yes. My family has not taken my new faith well. They no longer speak to me. The apparition exhales slowly and its lips press together, a sympathetic rapport in its eyes. It places its hand on your shoulder.
The trials of faith can be without mercy, separating us from those we love, leaving no easy answers.
I have failed the gods. I have broken my oath.
You have failed no one. The gods would not ask you to abandon your family. It is your family that has failed you.
The apparition shakes its head at you, never breaking eye contact. They stand by their beliefs.
Yet they do not allow you the same. They would have you trade your deepest beliefs for their affections. If you allow this, you will gain their acceptance, but lose their respect.
You manipulative bitch. I like. That is good. What other choice do I have?
Hold firm to your convictions. Continue your work. Believe in the power of the gods to reach all people. Your family will find them on their own.
What if they don't?
As long as you worship the gods, you will never be without family. You needn't choose between the two.
Will you stay with us? Finish what you started? The knot in your stomach seems to loosen all at once, and the anxiety is replaced with something else entirely. Something warm and soothing, and it is something you know you can never repay. As the vision fades, you start to become cognizant of the many odd looks aimed in your direction. Your last response echoes in your mind. I will. You manipulative bitch. Oh.
Good day, stranger.
Hi. Excuse me, but I've been looking for you. You're the one who lifted the curse on Heritage Hill. My lady, who wishes to remain anonymous, has entrusted me with bringing you this pistol. It belonged to a dear friend of hers who was lost to the curse. Oh. For your part in reclaiming Heritage Hill, my lady wishes you to have it. Here, may it serve you well in battle. Thank you. I wonder how much I could get for selling this. Is this all I have expected? More. This is a courier. Like, why would we barter with her? This is very, like... Ximena might be thinking this. She's not going to say this out loud. And yeah, we can't... The courier was given what the courier was given. Thank you. She bows. You are quite welcome. We have gained St. Garam's Spark. Ooh. Now I must be off. Farewell. Okay, bye. I'm loving these snippets of past lives. I will admit, I was saying before, I do, like, as much as I'm enjoying Ximena, I want new characters in my life. I want more. I'm making little grabby hands. You can't see because I don't use a webcam, but I'm doing grabby hands. I want more. In a way, we do kind of get to play too. Because we have Ximena and whoever Ximena was before. I'm looking at my timer. I only have about 5 minutes left. Yeah, so let's see if we can find a cipher. Yeah, Lady Webb is in charge. Fucking... Yeah, there's you, that's theft.
Good day to you.
Ooh. Curran's quick hands are busy with the mountain of scrolls before him. Hello again, my mysterious friend. I want to trace a man that might have touched this item. He looks it over, his ears twitching with interest. From a war standard, yes? Redceris? Yes, I believe I can be of assistance here. The imprint isn't fresh, but it is well preserved for the most part. If you are looking for someone, your rather unusual gift may be of value here. Images can be fleeting. Your target will be easier to identify by the makeup of his soul. I will share what I see. It will be to you to make sense of it. You'll pardon my presence in your mind, all for a good cause. He takes you by the hand, holding the steel sun in the other. Now, clear your mind of all wayward thoughts. You close your eyes and concentrate. The sun is bright in your mind's eye, warm with the pulse of collective experience and noisy with thoughts of the past, of battle, of faith, of home. You drift from voice to voice, thought to thought. Adir's soul a vibrant signature with which to locate his brother. One voice stands out amidst the din, brassy and earnest, a shade brighter than Adir's, but unmistakably of the same construction. You have no image of its owner, but his journey is imprinted within the points and curves of the steel sun, and in your mind it opens before you as a path stretching both southward to Gilded Vale and northward over the uneven terrain that joins the Deerwood to Redceris. You trace the path back to its origin, far back as you can find, gliding over plains and hillsides, to a one-room home in Gilded Vale with a thatched roof and a dirt floor. The path is faint here, its distance in time rendering images blurry and details scarce. From Gilded Vale, it follows a road towards Madma Bridge, reaches the gates of Defiance Bay before diverting abruptly, cutting northward in a beeline for Redceris. The path leads to a Red Saren city, regal and austere in the Adir imperial style. It winds through streets and climbs a grand set of stairs into a stately building, passing through pointed archways into what appears to be a throne room. Upon that throne sits a man whose head is pure blinding light, and its gaze turns to you. Light drowns out all else. Its voice carries the force of thunder, and its words are impossible to make out in the imprint, echoes of echoes. The voice and light fade, and the path bends backwards, carrying you along to a barracks, then back southward, marching into Deerwood and skirmishing along the way. Upon one battlefield, the imprint is vivid, and you see a red Saren standard topped with a steel sun clutched in the hands of a fallen soldier. You see a young man in red Saren armour with Adir's straw-coloured hair race towards the standard and lift it, the path you've been following clear to see beneath his feet, and as his hand brushes the steel tip, you can hear his thoughts racing in a blur, and they are of his god and his country, and a brother he hopes is far away from this place. In an instant, the thoughts are gone, as well as the man, and the standard is passed to another soldier. You pick the path up again as it meanders south and disintegrates into the shadow of Cleobanbrilag. You open your eyes.
Anything? Looks like you were working real hard there.
Your brother got as far as Defiance Bay before turning to Redceris instead. He met Widewind there, then he enlisted.
What did he talk about with Widewind?
Widewind's head was a beam of light. I don't know. Widewind said to have faith in him. Your brother agreed. Deceptive. Why would we lie? We can give him a detail. Whiteman's head was a beam of light.
I figured that. Woden and me had heard enough stories from his uprising to know it wasn't just some tall tale. Doesn't mean he was Aethys. It could have been some wizard's trick. It's what they talked about that's important. What'd they say?
I don't know.
That's not funny. Come on. That metal sun, my brother touched it. You saw where he went. Now what'd he talk about with Widewin? Why'd my brother fight for Raed Saris?
I really don't know. I wish I had something better to tell you. Benevolent, are you deaf? I said I don't know. No. This guy is having his image of his brother destroyed, potentially. I wish I had something better to tell you.
I guess that's it.
Adir's mouth hangs open, and his eyes glaze, his forehead creased between his eyebrows. He rakes his teeth over his lower lip. His voice is barely a whisper. We'll find some other way to know why he did what he did. It was always a long shot. I knew this was a waste of... No. We'll find some other way to know why he did what he did.
I don't think we will. What would we do? Look for more war relics? We were lucky to find this one. The soldiers that fought with him are long dead. The battle was a massacre. And whatever Aethys knows, he's not talking to anyone.
A new look has come over Adir, lifeless and dull as ash. We can go now. I've seen what I needed to see. I wish I could have been of more help. You have my sympathies. As often as an item shows us what we need to know, it will disappoint. My files are full of cases that have run cold. On bad days, I often think of leaving, applying my skills to something less confounding. I'm sorry. Oh, okay, Lavender a lie. On a remote island in the Deadfire Archipelago, the famed apothecary Tama Watua creates potions and unguents that are renowned from Nossatak to the southern edges of the Eastern Reach. He boasts that the secret to his success is his location within the archipelago, from which he has access not only to a huge array of native creatures and plants, but also to merchants travelling from all the settled parts of the world. Lately, Tama's home and laboratory have come under attack by pirates, forcing him to flee from island to island almost every day. The apothecary's clients and Tama's many children have pled with the pirates to stop their pursuit. Receiving no sympathy from the pirates and no help from the mainland rulers of Abet, they have turned to mercenaries in the Eastern Reach for help. Joining 5 other Eastern Reach mercenaries, Kana became a passenger on an Aumau longship. Swift and full of weapon-bearing sailors, the ship came into regular conflict with pirates during the pursuit of Tama's kidnappers. Eventually, Kana and the crew spotted the Valian caravel holding Tama and were able to overtake it before it reached open water. With grapples and a fair share of acrobatics, the mercenaries and Aumau sailors boarded the caravel with Kana in tow. The battle on the ship's deck was so thick with pistol fire that the smoke made it difficult to tell friend from foe. Ooh. Is that a flower crown? We can't wear them. Fuck. I'm so sad. I'm so sad. It doesn't matter. In the confusing melee, Kana came face to face with the pirate captain. In the subsequent scuffle, the longship collided with the caravel and sent it lurching. The captain slid down a length of the deck and was knocked overboard by a poorly secured cannon. With the leader sinking beneath the waves, and the remaining pirates quickly surrendered or dove into the water in an attempt to escape to a nearby island. Upon Tama's return, his friends and family held a feast to honour him. Kana and everyone else that helped save him. I feel so sad. That's a flower crown. This beautiful lavender wreath was a gift from the famed Aumau apothecary Tama Watua. He made it at a feast after you rescued him from Valian mercenaries in the Deadfire Archipelago. Despite the age of the lavender, it still smells fresh. What does... Okay, so anyone who hits us would be irritated. I want to wear that, but I can't. And now I am depressed. I am deeply saddened by this. Okay, yeah. We were able to confirm that Adir's brother Woden fought for Red Saris and had even met Widewin himself prior to enlisting, but his actual reasons for doing so were lost. Adir will likely never know what inspired his brother to change his allegiance. I mean, we could have lied. Here's the thing, though, I've said it before, I don't think Ximena necessarily likes lying to her companions, because what if they find out that we lied? if we give, like, oh, well, Weidwin said this, Adia knew his brother. Adia knew Woden. And we might say something that, well, Woden wouldn't believe that. Woden wouldn't trust that. So you've clearly just lied to me. Like, that's a bugger. That's a bugger, but hey ho, that's how the cookie crumbles sometimes. In the next episode, we will make our way up to meet with Lady Webb. But until then, please remember to like if you enjoyed, leave a comment below, and if you wanted to subscribe, it would be very much appreciated. A special thanks to my channel members such as SM2K, Christopher K. Davies, CGG, The Named User, and Kevin Bicknell. I've been Kallista. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next episode.